Thank you, Mark. Mike Robinson joining us to talk about the University of Toledo football team. Mike, we were both in Muncie. Not a lot going for the UT offense on Saturday.
You know what? It was definitely not a lot going. They might as well join me today going swimming with my daughter because it was definitely a rough wave that they've been through for the past couple of weeks. And it's something that that definitely has to be addressed. And when you look at Jason Candle and his offense, this is a serious matter because a lot of things are at stake because now a lot of things will start creeping in like doubt. Are we good enough? And you've already had it happen after the first week with Bowling Green. And now this, it's a good thing they got 3 home games because the fans have been packing out the stands each and every time they've had these games here. So this is a good thing for them because they need that support and love because they got to come out here and also prove that they're among the elite still.
Mitch Guadani is still out this week. Carter Bradley seems like he'll get the start yet again. What do you tell your backup quarterback that is starting? He had his first collegiate start. Maybe we can attribute a little bit of Ball State to the jitters, but you got to do something. You know what?
You look at it, and as Coach Candle said after the game, this is on me. He said, this is on me. This is all on me right now. And it definitely is because everyone's looking at him. The questions are starting to come out. You're the highest paid coach in the MAC. And people are going to do that because that's what journalists do. They want to find the dirt. They want to get a good story. So those stories, equate to reality as well. So if I'm going to bring these things up, it's going to start creeping into your system. So the best thing you can do is have a good force field, having a good staff, having a good week of practice, and really knocking out all of those things and coming out with a win. Carter Bradley didn't do as well as he wanted to. The offensive line didn't play as well. So they have to have a good week, protect him, and let him do that. Let him have a good week so that way they can beat Eastern Michigan because all is not lost when it comes to the MAC.
Defensively, they're going to have their hands full, too. Now, Eastern Michigan, their starting quarterback is out, but their backup is doing quite well, posting an outrageous efficiency, 86.1 completion percentage last week against Western Michigan.
You know what? And that's what you expect your backup to do in a program, but it doesn't always go down that way. When Toledo's backup stepped in, they were already in a situation. I got to note, these are my notes from the game right here. They had the strip sack, the 3 and outs. They had 5 possessions of straight 3 and outs. It's tough for anybody to find a rhythm. When you're running backs and like I said, that first half was just, and Coach Candle mentioned that too. Just take away some of these halves. You had 33 plays for 24 yards. That's tough sledding. That's something that's unprecedented in any college football division or league or even high school football. You don't really see that unless you're looking at some very dominant defense like Anthony Wayne or something like that. So anyway, but this is a very important matter that their defense really tighten up. I think it's just they're starting to just overthink things is what it looks like. We know that they can play football. It's just calm down. When you see what you see, like getting beat on double reverses and things like that, you just got to relax, and understand what your responsibility is because all it is just one or two people are getting this place and it's making this whole situation, get exposed.
And you mentioned it. They've got 3 straight home games. Will returning to the Glass Bowl kind of be that calming force that the team needs?
Well, I don't know how calm it will be. There's going to be some excited fans, some antsy fans, and some fans that's going to want to see a victory as well. And these players, they understand what's at stake. The reputation, the pride, everything is right here, right now, because in the Glass Bowl is where you should be able to come home and keep this as your sanctuary. Keep this as our safe place and come out here and protect it. They used to have a sign when it was with Under Armour that says protect this house around the stadium. It's not there anymore, but it's still there in mind. Those kids, they know what they got to do, and those coaches understand as well. Hey, we got some problems, we got some issues, and if we don't correct this thing, this can go south really fast.
We talked about it, but how do you correct the offense? Other than strong week of practice, a little bit more confidence, but what do you do after last week?
It's not really on the coaches. A lot of the time, the players got to come out here and play football. You go back and check the tape and you see how physically dominating the defense was or, for Ball State, or you see how good the offense was clicking for both of the teams in the past 2 weeks, Bowling Green and Ball State. You attribute that to them just playing at a higher level. It's not that those kids are better football players. They're just playing at a faster pace. They're playing at a higher level, and they're just executing. And that's what the players have to do. The coaches have to motivate you to execute, or somebody's going to take your job. And that's what you're going to start seeing is maybe some different faces moving around the field, trying to find out how can we correct these things so we can have the right mental attitude on the football field. Because trust and believe, they're getting coached up. They're getting taught what to do. They just got to make the plays. You know, when you're a football player, players make plays, coaches, you know, make the decision. So at the end of the day, we need execution.
All right, well, the Rockets look to put an end to their 2-game slide this weekend. They are at home against Eastern Michigan with a 3:30 kickoff. Mike Robinson will be there. You can hear him on the radio, and you'll see him next week here for College Football Weekly. Mark, back to you.